AD 2024, and I'm Anthony Vowen anchoring. The big stories we're following tonight: government vows to protect and create friendly investment climate. Liberia pays tribute to outgoing Swedish Ambassador Urban Strömstrom for championing enhancement of relations between the two countries. Chinese government donates assortment of food supplies to the National Disaster Management Agency as response intervention. In South Africa, the church of the controversial South African preacher burned down after he allegedly wielded machetes at the primary school and forcibly removed his grandchildren. The details of these and other developments, sports, weather updates, the news in French are all lined up. But first, we begin with a bulletin of news read by Fabien Quia.
President Joseph Boyka has vowed to ensure investment confidence between government and development partners. President Boyka pledged his government's commitment to ensuring that investments are more secure, stable, and profitable. The Liberian leader also promised to lead by example with no tolerance for theft of public properties.
My government has chosen to lead by example, and in line with the dictates of the life we have laid for ourselves, with no tolerance for theft and graft of public property, we have waged a war on these vices.
He said his government is ready to build a vibrant nation that everyone can be proud of. President Boyka made a pledge Tuesday when he addressed the Liberia 2024 Investment Conference taking place in Congo Town. Foreign Minister Sarah Yanti has recognized Sweden for the significant assistance it has rendered to the government and people of Liberia over the years. Minister Yanti expressed gratitude to outgoing Swedish Ambassador Urban Strömstrom for his role in strengthening bilateral and historic ties between the two countries. A foreign ministry release said Minister Yanti spoke during a farewell courtesy visit of Ambassador Strömstrom at the Foreign Ministry in Monrovia. The Dean of the Cabinet also conveyed President Joseph Boyka's sincere gratitude and best wishes to Ambassador Strömstrom for his successful tenure in the country. Minister Yanti highlighted Sweden's critical role in maintaining peace and harmony at the multilateral level, as well as in providing development and humanitarian assistance to Liberia. In remarks, outgoing Swedish Ambassador to Liberia, Urban Strömstrom, has expressed appreciation for the warm reception and bilateral cooperation he received during his tenure in Liberia. Ambassador Strömstrom highlighted the privilege of interacting with key government officials and other personalities in the country. He noted Sweden will continue to contribute to the growth of gender issues and assist to develop a blue economy, among others. Ambassador Strömstrom also describes his diplomatic service in Liberia as excellent. The farewell meeting concluded with both diplomats reaffirming the strong and enduring partnership between Liberia and Sweden. The Chinese government has donated several essential food supplies to the National Disaster Management Agency. The donation includes 200 bags of rice, 40 barrels of oil, and 600 cans of beef. Presenting the items Tuesday in Monrovia, Chinese Ambassador to Liberia Yan Zhengwu said the gesture is a symbol of true friendship between Liberia and China.
On behalf of the embassy, we are donating 200 bags of rice, 40 barrels of oil, and 600 cans of beef. And the donation is a demonstration of friendship. China has always been a reliable partner of Liberia. Over the years, China and Liberia have stood together and supported each other in difficult times.
Ambassador Yin emphasized China's commitment to assist Liberia in enhancing its disaster relief capabilities. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Special Services, Samuel Steve Kwa, says President Boyka remains committed to the One China policy. Minister Steve Kwa said Liberia and China have stood together and supported each other in difficult times. As such, Liberia stands with China in all of its endeavors. He also expressed hope that a long-standing relationship between Liberia and China will continue to scale up to noble heights.
One of those partners of ours who have consistently stood by the Liberian people through thick and through thin is the People's Republic of China. And that is why President Boyka wasted no time in reaffirming government's commitment to the One China policy.
Minister Steve Hua spoke Tuesday in Monrovia when the Chinese government donated essential food items to the National Disaster Management Agency. He thanked China for facilitating ongoing efforts by the Liberian government to uphold its commitment to the Liberian people. Receiving the items, the executive director of the National Disaster Management Agency, Ansu Dolly, described the donation as timely. Mr. Dolly said the items will go a long way in aiding flood victims in the country. He thanked the Chinese government for the donation, assuring to distribute the items to the needed flood victims.
On behalf of the family of the National Disaster Management Agency, we are perplexed and we are happy, and our spirit even now try to de-individuate our system. These items couldn't have come anytime but this time. The NDMA was in a stage of total confusion. How do we cater to the needs of our people? China.
The NDMA executive director has also craved for more support to help the agency boost disaster management efforts in the country. Mr. Dolly named human capacity building, essential food supplies, and scholarships for disaster prevention personnel, among others. The Labor Ministry is expected to shortly begin the enforcement of ECOWAS work permits in Liberia. Labor Minister Councillor Cooper Cross said the move is intended to implement the Decent Act and generate more revenue for the country. Speaking at a news conference Tuesday in Congo Town, Minister Cross said the initiative will commence August 15.
What we did was, in the month of July, we invited all the leadership of the ECOWAS citizens in Liberia, called them to a meeting, informed them that it was now time to enforce the payment of the work permit in Liberia as a whole.
He also outlined significant gains made at the ministry for the past 7 months, including the collection of over $1 million United States dollars. Meanwhile, Minister Kra has reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to resolving labor conflicts in Liberia and contributing to the country's revenue envelope. Outgoing Swedish ambassador to Liberia, Urban Gesture, has reaffirmed Swedish readiness to contribute to the advancement of Liberia, especially youth development. Ambassador George Trump said the embassy is working along with government to formulate and implement the National Development Plan as part of their commitment. The outgoing Swedish ambassador spoke Tuesday in Monrovia when he dedicated $125,000 United States dollars solar plan at the Young Men Christian Association YWCA.
We are having similar partnerships with other organizations to establish sustainable energy solutions for our organizations, because we want sustainable development for both people and planet.
The Swedish envoy also thanked the board of directors and staff of YMCA for their contributions to Liberia in molding new breed of future leaders. Meanwhile, YMCA Board of Directors National Vice Chairman Edward Bohr has craved for more support to install solar plant at the entity's sub-branches across the country. A team of technicians of the electricity grid project from the Ministry of Mines and Energy is in Grand Creek County to jumpstart a solar mini-grid electricity project in the county. The Director of Electricity Grid at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, Mentor Koti, said the project is supported by the European Union in collaboration with government to electrify major cities and immediate surroundings in the county. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Koti puts the cost of the project at over $42 million United States dollars, affecting the capitals of 3 counties. He named Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Greenville, Sumner County, and Barkleyville, Grand Creek County. Mr. Koti said the initiative highlights government and partners' commitment to enhancing infrastructure development and promoting renewable energy sources. Gender Minister Birmin Horace Scully has pledged the ministry's commitment to work along with relevant stakeholders to empower single mothers repatriated from Ghana. Minister Scully said by doing so, the women will make meaningful contribution to the society. The gender minister spoke Tuesday in Caldwell when she donated food and non-food items to the Liberian returnees at the Home of Transformation International Center.
Welcome back home, and of course we'll be coming every other time to check on you and see how life condition looking like and what is it that we can do, especially in terms of empowerment for the women. I understand a lot of single women here, so we'll be following up and see what extra intervention we're going to be making to support, whilst you are here and can be able to get back on your feet.
Minister Colley said the donation is a ministerious way of identifying with the repatriated Liberians. Items donated include soap, tissues, milk, toothpaste, and sugar, among others. And the executive director of National Youth Movement for Transparent Elections, Eddie Jallo, wants President Joseph Boyka be impartial to the Liberian people in the delivery of his promises made. Mr. Jallo also said while there are some gains made, President Boyka needs to speak about challenges being encountered in his leadership. He disclosed that one of the ways President Boyka can accomplish some of his promises made during his campaigns and from his inaugural speech is to appoint sincere public officials in government.
You have to be fair to the Liberian people when there are challenges, there are challenges. That's the same thing the former presidents do. If you everything and people flew in today, it's different thing. Be real and do make sure that you get people around who are sincere, who want to make you to succeed. The secrecy in the country is so hard that people want to say that you are number one, you're the best. It was not possible in 100 days with all the budget for the government to achieve 75%.
Mr. Jallo has also urged the Liberian leader to read the President meter released by NEMO, which focuses on how well he is implementing his many promises made. He said the report points out which of the promises he has completed, ongoing, and has not started, to remind him of the way forward in Liberia's democratic system.
Fabin Quia with the bulletin on ELBC Newsline. She comes back a little later with details of our international developments. The Liberia 20